Hi, this is Dr. Rosemary from Food Matters at Frontier Kids Care, and we have in our virtual kitchen today Dr. Jarita Hagans, all the way from Washington, D.C. Say hi, Dr. Jarita. It's nice
Hi.
to meet you. Well, tell us about yourself, Dr. Jarita, and I know you live in Washington, D.C., and there are two sides. Tell us about that.
So I am a family practice doctor. I was born in DC and raised in Maryland.
Oh,
Um, and I'm getting ready to open my own office in Southeast DC. So there's 4 parts to DC. So this is one of the 4 quadrants of DC
yes.
in Southeast. And we're going to be having a community garden and cooking classes and the whole 9 to go along with the office.
Oh, that's exciting. A community garden. Oh my goodness. And so I hear you're a chef. So that's why you're here today. So you're going to show us all the way in Trinidad and Tobago, which is the last island all the way very near to South America, something about, easy cooking dinner for families. So over to you, Dr. Jarita.
Okay, so today we're going to be making something that's pretty easy for kids to make, I think, which is pasta. And you can pretty much add whatever you want to pasta, but in order to make it healthy, we're going to be adding a bunch of roasted vegetables to it.
Nice.
Yeah, and making our own sauce.
Oh, cool. Okay, good. Well, yeah. Go ahead. What's in it? Tell us.
So what we're going to do is have a chicken and vegetable pasta with an Alfredo sauce. But the Alfredo sauce, we're not going to use a whole bunch of dairy because a lot of people have issues digesting milk and cheese and things like that. So the base of it is actually going to be cashew.
Oh, I love cashew nuts. So
that's how we're going to make it creamy with the cashews.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Yes.
So, to start with, we want to boil our pasta water, and I cheated a little bit. I started boiling the pasta water before we got started. So let me check on it and see if it's ready to drop the pasta in there.
Okay, cool. So we're dealing with the pasta water, and she's gonna be putting the pasta in. Yeah.
And it is boiling. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a little bit of salt in there, and I'm gonna put my my pasta inside. You can use any kind of pasta you want, but what I have is a fettuccine.
Or fettuccine. So we can use rainbow, we can use the bow tie, the bows, or the penny pasta, anything, right?
Yeah, any kind of pasta you want.
Any pasta.
It's just 2 of us here, so I'm just gonna use a few handfuls of the pasta. I'm not gonna cook this entire box. Yeah, that'll be too much for us. Yeah. Pretty much the serving sizes is you can do a handful of pasta for each person. So I'm probably gonna do a bunch for me and a bunch for my husband.
So a family of 4, will you take 4 of those?
Maybe a little bit more, so we can have some leftovers.
Leftovers, yeah. So
I'm gonna drop my 2 to 4 handfuls in there. I think I'm gonna do 4 because I want to have leftovers.
Okay, if she's getting leftovers too, good. That's great.
And I'm gonna put a little bit of salt in the water. I'm not gonna put much because this particular brand of sea salt that I have, it doesn't have a lot of sodium, but it tastes salty. So I'm just gonna do a tiny sprinkle.
Great, nice. Low sodium salt, if that's possible.
Okay, so that's going, and we don't have to worry about that. And then one other prep thing that we're gonna do is go ahead and preheat our oven. And I pretty much cook all my vegetables, potatoes, broccoli, whatever, on 400 degrees. So I'm just gonna set my oven to 400 degrees and let that go while we finish prepping the vegetables.
Yes, good. This sounds like it's gonna be pretty easy. What's the cooking time, approximately?
Say that again.
What's the cooking time?
The cooking time? Oh, I'm baking it, if that's what you mean.
Well, sorry, prep time. I mean, not prep, but total time from starting to finish.
I'm not sure how long it'll take. Maybe 20, 30 minutes, maybe.
Okay, cool.
Depends. Maybe less than that if we do some of the things at the same time.
Right. Okay, that's good. Yes.
So I already chopped up my peppers. This
Oh,
morning
nice.
before I went to work, I chopped up some bell peppers, orange, yellow, red, but you can use whatever kind you like. If you like spicy peppers, you can use that too.
Yeah.
But I'm having a little heartburn, so I need to stay away from the spicy peppers.
Okay, we're West Indian, so we like pimentos. We won't put hot peppers, but we love our spicy stuff.
And then the other thing that I'm using is some broccoli. If you don't like broccoli, you can chop up some chunks of cabbage and put that with your peppers.
Cabbage,
If
broccoli,
you're cooking
yes.
a more delicate vegetable like a spinach or something, you can do that in the pan with your chicken instead of roasting in the oven because it'll probably burn in the oven. So I'm just using some pre-chopped broccoli and I'm gonna put that on the tray with everything. And then some onions, maybe half of this big onion.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're just gonna put all of these vegetables on the baking tray and drizzle it with olive oil and salt and pepper and toss it around and throw it in the oven and start doing something else.
Yes.
I meant to chop this morning, but I ran out of time before I went to work.
That's how it is. It's busy.
Okay. Let me grab the baking sheet and turn my camera down so you can see what I'm doing.
Good.
Okay, so I just have a baking sheet, cookie sheet, whatever you want to call it, and put on however many vegetables you want in your pasta.
Your vegetables, broccoli. Yeah.
Okay. And then there's our pre-chopped peppers.
Peppers, yes. Yes.
And then the onions.
Onions, yes. This is nice. This looks really pretty. Green, yellow, orange.
Yeah, you want to try to eat the rainbow every day.
Yeah,
so add
like that.
Colors to your food.
Yeah.
In your fruit and vegetables.
The rainbow every day. I love that. Yes. It looks really good. That looks really good.
Let's just grab some spices. So this is just olive oil. So I'm going to drizzle that over everybody. And then some garlic powder. I think I left this off of the recipe sheet. I might have to redo it and add something that I forgot.
But you know, it depends on what people have anyway, so that's fine. Or you can chop up garlic as well.
That's true.
We would probably chop up garlic.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some garlic into the sauce.
Ah, that's nice. Maybe.
And then some black pepper.
Black pepper, yes.
I'm just gonna crack that over it. But if you have box pepper too, that's fine.
Yes. Black pepper, onions, garlic, salt, or garlic. Nice.
And then a little more of the sea salt.
Yes.
Just a little bit, because this particular brand that I have, it tastes salty, so I have to be careful.
Right.
And not put a whole lot. And then you can just get your hands in there and mix that together and make sure that the seasoning and the olive oil is on everything. And then spread it back out so that it can cook evenly and put it in the oven. This, I would check on it in like 15 minutes because depending on how crunchy you like your vegetables, they probably will be done in 15 minutes. If you have already gotten your oven to 400 degrees, it may not take that long and you don't want it to burn. So I would turn the light on in the oven and keep a watch on it.
Yeah, because we want it crispy, I think. More fiber and stuff like that.
Okay. So I think the next thing we should do is start doing the chicken, and then that can be cooking while we're making the sauce.
Okay.
So let me grab the chicken and preheat the pan for the chicken.
Good.
So I'm just using a big frying pan. I'm gonna put some olive oil in there. And I'm not doing a lot to the chicken because we're seasoning all the other things. We're seasoning the sauce, we're seasoning the vegetables. The only thing I think I'm gonna put on the chicken is some adobo,
some all-purpose seasoning.
All-purpose seasoning. Do y'all have adobo there?
I think so. Yeah, I've seen it, or things like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think I've seen it. Yeah.
What's the names of like the brands of all-purpose seasoning that you all have?
I think there's always the Lowry's, and then there's, oh gosh, so many names, I forget. And some of the things come from South America now, like some South American. But McCormick, the same things you have, we have, except that they're kind of on the expensive side now with a huge import bill. So I would suggest that we use a lot of fresh seasonings, you know. I tell my patients, you know, to use like, you know, chive and cilantro, which we call shadow benny, and you know, garlic and stuff like that, celery, and you know, I mean, at home here I grow all my seasonings in the garden.
Okay.
I have almost everything, not onions and garlic, but everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all I'm doing with this chicken is kind of cutting it into chunks. Yeah. I'm making strips out of it, and then I'm gonna cut it the other way to make it into bite-sized pieces.
Yes.
If this show wasn't for kids, I would probably put my hand on it and slice my chicken breast. But I don't want kids moving the knife close to their fingers.
Yes.
You have to be very careful in the kitchen and make sure that you're keeping your fingers back from where the knife is. So curl your fingers up like this to hold the thing and keep the knife away from your fingers. And if you end up with a big piece at the end, just leave it. You don't want to have to put your fingers back together.
Yeah.
Make sure you keep it away from your fingers.
We don't, yeah. So safety in the kitchen is always important.
And then some of my cutting boards have rubber on the bottom to keep them from sliding around, but this one doesn't. So I just put a kitchen cloth underneath it.
Okay, to keep it stable, yes.
And that way it isn't sliding around, making me cut my fingers.
Yes. Oh, nice. Hey, this looks really good. She's got skills in the kitchen. Are you a surgeon? You're sure you're not a surgeon? You're cutting that chicken very surgically.
I did a surgical internship before I did my family practice.
Oh, you see. Yes. Very good.
At one time, I did want to be a surgeon, but that is a tough life.
That is a tough life, yes. So sure. Yeah. So in your family practice, you see kids?
I do see kids. And at the urgent care, I see a lot of kids. I had some interesting stuff today. A kid with a huge splinter in his toe. Somebody had swallowed a coin. All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh. So you're relieved to come and do some cooking, and is it a stress reliever for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I like doing. This ain't gardening.
You like to garden? Oh. So what do you have in your garden then?
Now I haven't done my vegetables this year because this spring has been kind of busy with me trying to get the clinic and stuff prepared. But if we did flowers, so we have a bunch of flowers. We have rhododendrons and dahlias and petunias and all kind of stuff.
Really? Oh, that sounds so exciting.
Yeah, ferns.
These are all sort of not flowers we would have here, but you know, we know what they are.
Okay.
Yeah, different, yeah.
I don't think I turned my pan on. I didn't turn my chicken pan on. Let me turn.
Okay. So we're going to be, I guess, sauteing the chicken, and we'll see what she does with that. Very good.
So name that getting hot. Sometimes I forget to do stuff if I'm talking and cooking.
Yes. It's not the easiest thing to do. Cooking via Zoom. Oh my God, Zoom dinner. I can't smell it, but it looks like it's going to be good.
Yeah, I'm waiting for somebody to come out with the smell-o-vision. That person
would be crushing it. Yeah, and the
there's
taste.
gotta be a way to do it.
Yes, yes, yes. But at least the colors look really, really nice and pretty and appetizing, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Cutting up that chicken.
Okay.
Sure.
So
No finger.
I'm gonna go ahead and season it on the cutting board. Let me wash my hands real quick.
Right. Well, you know, cooking is such a very onerous task sometimes for moms, and I think I was just talking while you were getting your stuff ready. Excuse me, sorry. Saying that cooking is sometimes such an onerous thing to do, and you really have to prepare from before, like what you did this morning with your vegetables.
We'd be chopping and chopping and chopping forever.
Yeah, and then it's easier if you come home and just putting things together like what you're doing. It's not, you're tired when you come back from cooking, from work, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so we put the adobo seasoning on there, and then I'm just gonna put these chicken chunks into the pan.
Okay, so our seasonings with the chicken, and you put olive oil, I imagine, and it's just gonna be putting it in the pan and sauteing it. Oh, I wish you could see that chua sound of sauteed chicken. It looks like it's gonna be real good.
Let me just give the pasta a stir so it isn't sticking together.
Right. Good. So, see, time goes by so quickly. We have the pasta cooking. While the pasta's cooking, we have the chicken being sauteed and the vegetables being roasted. So we have three things happening at the same time. So this is really important when moms are trying to, multitask. You have to prepare and you have to be organized in the kitchen. I'm just saying you have to be really organized in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So the pasta is cooking, the chicken is cooking, and the vegetables are being roasted.
Yep. Cool. Okay, so the last thing you were making is the sauce, and the beginning of the sauce was cashews. So these cashews have been soaking. I put them in some warm water before I went to work. But you don't have to soak them all day or all night. You can soak them for an hour or two. If your water is really hot from the sink and it's covered, it should make them soft enough to blend.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna drain the water out of these.
Okay, good. So we're using sorry, maybe so we're gonna be using cashews, at least Dr. Jarita is using cashews instead of milk or milk-based sauce. So it's gonna be a non-milk-based sauce, which is really good for people who, have lactose intolerance or just want to cut down on the milk intake.
Yeah, if I drink some milk, I'm lactose intolerant. It'll be a world of trouble and a stomach full of gas.
I'm a little lactose intolerant as I got older, I got a little lactose intolerant. Not terribly, but a bit.
Yeah.
Have too much milk.
So let me put the things in here to go with this. So we need some lemon juice.
Lemon juice, yes. It's a freshly squeezed lemon, or if we, don't have lemons, we can use limes. I'm sure it's the same. Thing, yeah.
Yeah, the recipe calls for, how much does it call for? Half a teaspoon? I don't know how much is going to be.
You just squeeze something. You just squeeze something.
If there's
yeah. So I think, that's really good. So cashews and the lemon juice. Cool. That looks
okay. And then you were talking about fresh seasoning. So we're going to have 2 garlic cloves.
Yes.
And I just like to cut the ends off of my garlic and then peel them.
Yes. So garlic and putting that into the cashew with lemon juice. Right, very nice.
And then we're gonna put some onions. Supposed to be half a cup of onions, but you can eyeball this too.
Yeah, put as much, yeah. You're an onion person, you put lots. If you're not, you put less. You guys have some huge onions there, boy. Are huge.
Yeah, I like using the big onions here, the Vidalia onions that come from Georgia, because they have a sweeter taste to them than the yellow onions.
Oh, so these onions are from Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Or at least this particular type was, I think, originated in Georgia, the Vidalia onions.
Okay, okay. Very interesting. We just have some smaller, regular.
Yeah, my mother doesn't like them. She's like, you always have these big onions. So like, I like them. I like to taste them.
I find they're nice. I mean, when I do have it, I agree with you. But as a parent or teen cooking, whatever, we just use whatever we have, whatever onion we can get. That's reasonable.
Okay. And then we're gonna put the dry seasoning. So I should have some rosemary around here. So
oh, rosemary. Oh my God, yes. I love that.
So have some dry rosemary.
Nice. Yes.
Supposedly you're gonna use 1/4 teaspoon according to this recipe, but I'm gonna put way more than
that. Yeah. I agree.
I'm gonna keep going.
Oh wow.
Like enough.
Yeah. And I imagine you could season with whatever you like, I suppose.
Yeah.
I've been growing fresh rosemary in my garden, but it's a very difficult herb to grow.
I tried growing it from seed before and I never was successful. I just bought the plant from the store and I just nurtured the plant that somebody else already grew.
No, that's the best way. It's very difficult to grow from seed. So how's your plant doing? Is it big? Is it hanging in?
I just got it maybe a few weeks ago, so it's doing okay. But I need to move it to its final home. It's kind of just sitting in the back right now. Yeah. And I just put some pepper in here.
Pepper, yes.
And we're gonna put a little touch of salt.
Right.
If you're using Parmesan cheese, though, you're telling me that you all don't have nutritional yeast there, so you can use Parmesan cheese. So if you're using Parmesan, I wouldn't put the salt in there yet.
Yes.
I would blend it with the Parmesan cheese first and see how it tastes.
So
you don't want it to end up being too salty.
Yeah. What is nutritional yeast for? Why do we put that?
Nutritional yeast is it's like a vegan powder to substitute for Parmesan cheese, like if you were making something vegetarian. Oh. Yeah, it has B vitamins in it.
Oh, I see. I've never tried it. That's something I should look for. I've never heard of it either. But that's so we're vegan friendly. So
red,
I've seen the Red Hill stuff. Yes, I'm sure that it's there. So that would be a vegan friendly pasta. Got it.
But if you don't have that, or if you're not vegan, you can use Parmesan cheese, but hold the salt if you're using Parmesan cheese, because your Parmesan cheese might be salty enough. You might not need any salt once it's blended and tasted.
Yeah.
So we're using 2 tablespoons of either the nutritional yeast or the Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
Okay, so we have the soaked cashews, the chopped onions, the nutritional yeast or Parmesan cheese, lemon juice, garlic cloves, rosemary, black pepper, maybe some salt. And now I'm just gonna put some water in this and blend it.
And blend it. Oh wow. So that would be like your substitute for Alfredo sauce. That's your this is
let me put it's supposed to be 3/4 cups of water. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball that.
Okay, that's nice. So everybody who's vegetarian, this meal is perfect for vegetarian family because we're not using milks or milk not using milk at all if you don't want to. If you're using the Parmesan, well, that would be a dairy product. But if you don't want to, you don't have to use, because the cashew is blended in this water, liquid and seasonings is going to be a substitute for milk-based Alfredo sauce from what I got. I'm just going to invite myself over. It's an expensive flight, a long flight, or impossible flight like that. Pasta with Dr. Jarita. This looks really good.
So that is blended into, but let me check on the chicken because I hear it sizzling back there and I don't want.
Oh my God, chicken sizzling, the cashew, Alfredo sauce blended, the vegetables roasting.
Ooh, so I think it's not done yet. It's still pink, so I'm gonna stir it around a little bit.
Yes. So the chicken is nearly done. And then, so yeah, this looks really good. So fun fact, Dr. Jarita does cooking classes and she does like special cooking dinners, show people how to cook, couples, families. I think that's so exciting, you know. So she has like, people can have a dinner date and you could learn to, you know, prepare something and then eat it afterwards. So we have cooking with the doctor. I think that's like a really great idea. So you organize yourself, get your recipe stuff. And while she's cooking, you're also prepping. And you know, by the time of the consultation is over, you've got dinner is ready. I think that's a great idea. And we're looking again, we're just going to go over the things. We have pasta of your choice. Right now she's looking into the oven and she's looking at her veggies. Here she is. The cooking.
Give the veggies a few more minutes, but let's peek at them.
Okay, so we have the veggies in the oven, which were a combination of, oh, that looks really good. Oh my gosh, yes.
I think I'm gonna take them out because I want to leave them
good. Yeah, I like them like that. Yeah, not too, when you cook it longer, they get smaller, they shrink, and they're not as crunchy, I think. So I like it like that. It's fantastic. I love this. So we have our veggies coming on. The chicken is being turned over. And we've really only been about 15 minutes into the cooking, so it's pretty good. It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
This is a quick dinner, I think. I'm loving it. And of course, pasta doesn't take long to cook. Pasta takes like 7 to 10 minutes.
I think this pasta is almost done too.
Yeah, because pasta doesn't really take very long to cook.
Yeah, that's done. Let's drain it.
Okay, cool. So we have the pasta drained, we have the vegetables roasted, we have the chicken sauteed, and we have our sauce, our cashew sauce, vegan-based cashew. And she used some sort of, what's the name of this yeast called? So let's see if I can see it here. It's called nutritional yeast. I've never heard of that. You learn something new every day. I'm just saying, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a great substitute. The nutrition, that looks really good. Oh, wow.
This is our sauce.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So let's just, that's good.
I love, it looks really good.
That's really good.
I can almost taste it.
Just a little bit, just to help it thicken up.
Yes.
But do it on low or watch it because it can burn on the bottom.
Ah, okay. Yes. So she's pouring the cashew-based sauce, Alfredo sauce, into the chicken, which is already been sauteed. And then I believe she would be adding a little bit of the rest of the sauce into the chicken. And I think the stove is on very low. And then I imagine she would be soon adding the roasted vegetables and the pasta. And voila, that's your meal. That looks like a meal that's making me very hungry right now. That meal sounds like really good and easy to make. Oh, wow. So that's the sauce and the chicken.
This is the chicken.
And the sauce. Wow. This is pretty cool. And we're going to be posting the results. Sorry, we're putting the menu on so everyone can look at the menu and see what. It's really a very easy menu. I'm going to read it out for you again. It's super, super easy, the ingredients. Oh, there you are. We're just going to read out the ingredients, but I find they're really easy. It's
okay.
A easy menu, very easy to make, it sounds like.
Yeah, kids can definitely do this.
Yes, I like that idea. It's like kids in the kitchen. It's important.
Yep.
Antidote to boredom, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And even surprise your parents if you're old enough. Ask your parents if you're allowed to cook something.
Yes, yes. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. So
what are you ready to do now?
I think we're ready to put everything together.
Woo! I'm excited. We're ready to put it all together.
Let me bring you all over here to the stove so you can see what I'm doing.
Okay, cool. Technology.
Okay, so we're gonna use our same pasta pot.
Yes.
And go ahead and put the vegetables and the chicken into it.
Mm-hmm. So we put the vegetables and chicken in the pasta pot. Yes. Okay, nice. Vegetables, there's a chicken going in there.
And then let me grab my oven mitt so I can get the vegetables.
So she got the vegetables from the oven, nicely roasted veggies. So we grab the same pot that we cook the pasta in. We're not using too many dishes. We put the roasted vegetables. Oh, wow. That looks good. So those are the roasted vegetables. You can use these different ones, but she used all sorts of peppers and onions and broccoli. That's a really good looking set of vegetables there. So we put that in the pot together with the chicken, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna return the pasta to the pot because it's been draining in a colander, so the excess water should be out of it by now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that.
Mm-hmm. That's your chicken and your vegetables.
And then we're putting our pasta.
Pasta, the fettuccine, I think that's what you use. But you can use any kind of pasta you want, penny pasta, anything. Yeah. Your choice. Make it
and then our Alfredo sauce, I put it on the same aisle as the chicken. So the aisle was already hot, so it's thickened now.
Oh, so you had to cook the sauce a little bit.
Yeah, I wanted to make it a little bit thicker, and that's what.
Okay, so that means
you don't want to put it cold into your other food.
No, it's true. Yeah, so it's creamy and it's hot and it's looking thick and nice. Really nice. Wow. I love it.
It burned a little bit on the bottom because my aisle was already hot, but I'll soak that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, all we have to do is give it a stir and
wow. All you gotta do is stir it. I find this is so fun. So easy. So we got our chicken, our cashew Alfredo sauce. We've got our roasted vegetables. So basically, and pasta, just 4 things basically. Your pasta, your roasted vegetables, your Alfredo sauce, which is made with cashews, and your chicken. And that's it. So you're gonna plate it out for us. And that's gonna be it. Wow, this is so nice. Cooking with Dr. Jarita. So today we're in Washington, D.C. having a gourmet cooking session, an easy one. Families, even teenagers can do, busy parents, anyone can come off, prepare your veggies in the morning and come home and do this quick meal in like 20 minutes. That is amazing.
And then let's taste it.
Oh, she's going to taste it. Now, this is the part I don't like.
Make sure it's all right for y'all.
I don't like this part. You get to taste it and we get to look. But it looks good. It looks amazing. Let's taste. Oh, wow. Let's see. Oh, how does it taste? Oh, my God. And how are the vegetables? Crunchy? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. So this is really
good. Out when I did, so they didn't cook to them.
Yeah, this is really good. And then you could have some left for tomorrow. It's great. So, Dr. Jarita, I learned a new thing today.
Okay.
Learned about making an Alfredo sauce without milk. Mm-hmm. Then cashews. I love that. And I also learned that it's important to keep your vegetables roasted not too long so that it's nice and chunky and actually crunch to it and more fiber, I guess. What else did I learn today? I just saw some good stuff. I learned about, this stuff tastes good, it must be good. I learned that you can use nutritional yeast instead of Parmesan cheese if you want a non-milk alternative. So, Dr. Jarita, it was really nice having you with us today, inviting us into your kitchen all the way in Washington, D.C. It was
Thank you. Sorry for talking with a full mouth.
But the food tastes good and looks good. If I were you, I'd be doing the same thing. So thank you for this recipe. We're going to share it all the way here in Trinidad and Tobago, and we're going to let you know how it was. I am myself going to try it and let you know how good this was. I don't know if I'll be as good a chef as you were, but I'm going to try.
Tell me how it tastes with the hot peppers. I like hot peppers, but hot peppers don't like me.
Well, we will use pimentos. We'll just use pimentos. We wouldn't use anything too hot. And we can add some different things, and I'll put some alternatives. But I think your stuff was really good. It looks amazing. And thank you very much. Enjoy your dinner.
Thank you.
And one day we'll come and taste it in real, for real.
All right.
So you keep good and take care. And
thank you
for inviting us into your kitchen. Bye for now.
Thank you.